Love God and your honor over all things. God is the source of all truth, all justice, and all activity. Your honor, the only power that obliges you to the truth, just and injustice. Worship God in the form that your conscience deems most upright and fitting, because it is true your conscience that speaks to you, reproaching you for your misdeeds and applauding you for your good deeds. Developing special talents that God has given you, working and studying according to your capabilities, never straying from the path of good and justice in order to achieve your own perfection. And by this means you will contribute to the progress of humanity. Thus you will have accomplished the mission that God Himself has given you in this life. And to achieve this you will have honor, and having honor you will be glorifying God. Love your country after God and your honor. And more than you love yourself, because your country is the only paradise that God has given you in this life, the only patrimony of your race, the only inheritance from your ancestors, and the only future of your descendants. Because of your country, you will have a life, love and interest, happiness, honor, and God. Strive for happiness of your country before your own. Make her reigning influence for reason, justice, and work if your country is happy. You and your family will also be happy. Strive for the independence of your country because you alone can have a real interest in her, aggrandizing and ennobling, since her independence will mean your own freedom. Her aggrandizement, your own perfection, and her ennoblement will your own glory and immortality. In your country, do not recognize the authority of any person who has not been elected by you and your compatriots, because all authority comes from God. And as God speaks to the conscience of each individual, the person chosen and proclaimed by the conscience of all the individuals of the whole town is the only one that can exercise real authority. Strive that your country will be constituted as a republic, and never as a monarchy. A monarchy empowers one or several families and lays foundation for a dynasty. A republic ennobles and dignifies a country based on a reason. It is because great of its freedom and is made prosperous and brilliant dint of work. Love your neighbor as you love yourself, because God has imposed on him and not on you the obligation to help one another, and dictate that he does not unto you what he does not want you to unto him. But if your neighbor is remiss in this sacred duty and makes an attempt in your life on your life, your freedom and your properties, then you should destroy him and then crush him, because the supreme law of self self preservation must prevail. Always look on your countryman as more than a neighbor. You will find him as a friend, a brother, and at least the companion to whom you are tied only by destiny, by the same happiness and sorrows, and by the same aspirations and interests.